Some late, out of date player ratings. Welcome back to Big Stevie Cool 1872. I don't do player ratings all that often, but you know what? I decided we'll start them tonight. Now we normally do some over on Folk Football, but my co-host is extremely busy. Extremely busy. So that's out the window. That's out the door. And what we're going to do here is Big Stevie's. Normally, alright folks, spoke about myself in the third person, that was quite funny. Normally, like obviously I'd give a 7, he'd give an 8, 7.5. Now, due to the fact that no one's here, it's just me. It's me on my Todd, alright? Me on my Todd, baby. I can give half a ratings. I think that's about right. Jack Butland. Kicking off with Jack Butland. Some great saves, for his distribution was really poor at times, but he did get an assist. So, I'm going to give Jack Butland a 7.5 because some of his distribution did cost us in their goals. So, I'll give him a 7.5. James Tavernier. Okay. Captained us to a victory against Celtic. Cost us the first goal. I mean, it was a decent performance from Tav. I'll give him a 7. But, you know, you literally did cost us a goal right at the start of the second half. And if he doesn't do that, maybe it's a wee bit higher. Leon Balogun. Rolls Royce defender. I just wish he was 10 years younger, but so don't we all. I will give Leon Balogun a 7.5 out of 10. Up next, we have got Big John Suter. Big John, Big Match John. I will give him a 7.5 out of 10 as well. Up next, we have got Sterling. We do miss this guy, and I have said, like, oh, we should sell him, right? Because he's injury prone. And I mean, I don't think anything's going to stop his injuries, but I think we need to attempt to do something, man, with whatever, man, to just prevent these injuries from happening because he is so good. You know what I mean? He is. I'm not going to say he's the next fucking Cafu, folks, right? But God, we are better with him. I'm going to give Sterling an 8. And Ridvan Yilmaz, I'm actually going to give an 8.5. A guy whose career I thought was dead and buried. Here it still might be, right? But point is, I thought he absolutely nullified Nicholas Kuhn today. Thought he was absolutely brilliant in terms of that. Really well done to Ridvan Yilmaz. And I think it's the inconsistencies, folks. It's like, that's 2 games in a row against Celtic. This guy's been really good, right? I think he was actually pretty good in the cup final as well. I know he missed the penalty, but it is what it is. But then, you know, when he comes up against like the 6'4", 5 centre backs of the teams in the league, that's where he struggles. But that's up to managers and coaching staff to not play him in those games, or play him in a way where it doesn't. I think in a 5 at the back it works. Diamonde, I'm going to give Diamonde a 8.5 as well. For it was a very good performance from Diamonde. Up next, I'm going to give Nico Raskin. I'm going to give him a 10. Fuck it. I thought he was absolutely outstanding. Goal, assist, and he makes that midfield tick. Right, Raskin, son. Do it consistency, please, son. You know what I mean? You're in the Belgian setup. His injuries don't seem to be appearing as they once used to. This guy can be a part of this team going forward. Irons out the few bits of sloppy mistakes that he does, he can be fantastic for us. So I really hope he can build on it. 10 out of 10. Up next, kind of the forgotten man, Connor Barron. You know, played a lot of games at the start of this season, then barely featured. Came in the last couple of weeks, and for being honest, folks, he hasn't really put a foot wrong. Yeah, he hit the side net in the day in a position that was promising, but I mean, I'm not going to sit here and fucking pretend that, like, you know, he should be banging that in. I mean, he's not a goal-scoring midfielder. I thought he was quite good today. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Up next, we've got Tierney, the outlier, the guy who's carrying that team going forward. I mean, I think he was better against Fenerbahce, but here I will give him an 8.5. Right, Cyril Dessers. You know what? I think the last couple of games he's kind of been non-existent, but today he had one big chance. One big chance. And what did he do? Didn't get it away. I'm going to give him a 6.5 out of 10. You know, he should be doing better there. And a lot of these player ratings, they're saved. You know what I mean? Like if we ended up losing 3-2, ho ho, but we didn't. And I'm glad I don't live in that universe. So 6.5 for Dessers. Up next, Igamane. You know what? I'm going to give him a 10 out of 10. Right? He came on with like 5 minutes to go, scored the winner in an Old Firm game at Parkhead, a place we haven't won in like 4.5 years. He did what every super sub should be doing, especially striker wise, like attacking wise. So, yeah, 10 out of 10 for me. Obviously, Raskin's better, right? I'll put a wee star beside Raskin. Where is he? Boom. Right there. But, aye, Igamane, phenomenal. Up next, Proper. Was alright when he came on. I will give him a 7. Hadji, disappointing, I think. I'll give him a 6.5. Didn't do much for me, man. I mean, he gets about and he always tries, but I just look at Lawrence, Barami, and Hadji, and it's like they are all like they are all the same guy, but I think, but they've all got different. It's weird. It is actually so fucking weird how we can have three guys that are like borderline carbon copies of each other. It's creepy. Tom Lawrence, I'm just going to give a standard 6. I thought he did absolutely nothing. Clinton Azala, I'm going to give a 7 to. He came on and he's seen it the game. We didn't concede any goals with him on the pitch, so here. It's an improvement on what it was the last couple of times we've seen him. But you know what? I'm glad to see him back in the fray. Anyway, folks, that is it for your player ratings. Raskin, man of the match, with Igamane getting the same rating, but here. Super sub, scores the winning goal. Old Firm, can't really disagree with it.